Good evening, brave adventurers! Whoa, long time no see. Last week's events shook the whole world. The horsemen emerged and tore through our defenses as if they were nothing. Flipped the table on everything you thought you knew. But then you flipped it right back at them.
Okay, but what are those monsters and where do they come from?
Well, that, my friend, we do not know yet. They didn't exactly say a lot while you were bashing their skulls in last week. But they did live behind tunnels, leading deep underground into whatever nightmarish realm they came from. So we sent a bunch of people down there, scouts, to map out the area and set up a provisional camp for when you arrive. We have not heard from them ever since.
So we're sending you next. Hey, man, why exactly are we sending a bunch of adventurers down there to this certain...
Well, my friend, that's what adventurers are all about. Always risking their lives, delving into caves and dungeons in search of loot and treasure. Ain't that right, you bunch of little deathish psychos?
Yeah, whatever.
So you head down, you enter the tunnels, and the way down takes you hours. The light slowly dies as the air gets stale and thick with mushroom spores. You follow the map, where your camp was supposed to have been set, and what welcomes you is a grim visage. Amongst the broken, splintered pieces of wood and materials that were supposed to have been your living quarters lie dozens of dead bodies, broken, beaten, and bleeding on the ground.
Yes, reminds me of my boarding school days. Yes.
I am sure it does. In the center of the massacre, there stand 5 figures, tall, grinning at you, and gloating as they wipe their blades off the blood of your recently slain friends. One is pale, dead-eyed, and voiceless. The only parts of him that don't reek of utter death come from the enthralling red ruby around the hilt of his sword and from the crimson liquid inside his drinking cup. One stands tall and gloating, steps among the bodies. The very blood on the ground gives way in front of his steps, as if it were afraid to stain his boots.
You want to pick a fight with me? You got a death wish, don't you? Ha, ha, ha!
One is pale and shapeless, looming over the corpses as if choosing his next outfit for the day. Eventually, it seems to find one that it likes, lifts it off the ground and enters its body like a ghost.
Look at all of you! More merchandise for me to sell!
One has all of her eyes closed. Those on her face, those on her neck, those on her hands. And then she opens them.
I see you!
And one is gruesomely large, holds a heavy, double-handed sword, and steps on one of the skulls as it approaches you. The sound of the breaking bone seems to bring a perverse pleasure into his eyes. I'm only gonna say this one time. You'll come after us, you'll have run out of bones to break by the time we're done with you. Let's play some D&D, everybody. Let's go. You
Let's bash some skulls.
Who fought this one?
sit down.
I just like it.